All right. Everyone else ready? We all
Yeah.
present, accounted for, sentient.
Prescient. Sentient, no, but present.
Linz, you're here.
Yep.
Everybody. Okay. Awesome. So, uh, you're in the house. You've established your positions. I don't know if you're necessarily in them yet. Um, but afternoon is turning to evening. There's not a lot being said in the house unless you guys choose to talk to each other. Nadine, after a while, starts busying herself in the kitchen with something or other. Other than that, it's very still. There are no more interruptions. Nothing else is really happening. Um, and the time she gave you was about 8 p.m. Maybe she would expect him, but it could be later than that. Any business?
Oh, there is one thing actually. Okay, just double checking something. I've got the Bowie knife. One of us has the shotgun, another one has their pistol. Well, I know who has
Yep,
the
I have a
revolver.
pistol.
Yeah, and
Oh, did you give me the shotgun?
I did.
Yeah, I gave you the shotgun.
Who was
Oh, I
where
have the
too?
shotgun.
I'm gonna say I'm in storage. I'm hiding out
I
here.
I am apparently on the sink.
That's interesting. So, I talked about this last session, I believe. In order to try and balance things more, I am incurring certain penalties for larger weapons like shotguns and whatnot. You're in pretty cramped quarters with that shotgun. And I am going to that like it is just hard to even move, much less aim the thing. That is a full stock shotgun. And that's not even a full bathroom. That is just like a little sink cubby. So
That's
that
okay.
is going
I'm
to
not
be a
holding it.
-1 to dex rolls while you're in there.
I'm not holding the shotgun.
Oh,
I have the
okay.
shotgun propped under the sink, just in
Okay.
case.
Besides, my
All right.
thought is we can ambush him while he's in the dining room, so we'd come out to attack him there, or encircle him anyway.
I see.
But that depends on the way he decides to. Well, it's it's essentially the choke point through the whole house, unless he
Yeah.
climbs in through a window.
Wouldn't that be a fun surprise?
Oh, it'd certainly be something.
He rises up from the previously unmentioned cellar. He's been there this whole time.
Where does the cellar come out?
Hmm.
Probably best not to ask.
If there is a cellar, which I don't think there is, it would be in storage or the hunting room. Actually, no. There is like there's a crawl space under storage. I wouldn't call it a cellar though.
But he probably won't enter his own house through the crawl space unless he's exceptionally paranoid.
Hey, you never know. You haven't met him.
True, I should have asked his wife. Hey, is your husband exceptionally paranoid?
Yeah, do a spout lore on that. So, yeah.
No, I didn't ask that.
Yeah, no. Anything else? You guys get anything done during the day? Ask any questions? Make any?
I've pretty much done all I'm gonna do while waiting for the fella.
Oh, I got nothing.
I'm just lying in wait at this point. And Cormac can pretty much wait as long as need be.
As long as he's got something to wait for, he could just sit there forever.
We've been told the time he's got a job to do.
He's like, no, I'm not going to do that to Austin. Never mind. I was gonna bring the conversation to Sonic again, which I know. Anyways.
Sorry, everybody is like cutting out a lot, so I'm just trying to keep attention.
Can you still what server region is this place actually?
Didn't we change it last time?
I don't think that helped. Voice. Let's see. Let me go to the server settings. No, it's in US East.
Weird.
Discord has been fucky the last few days.
Anyways, but so you're still good to like continue? Or
Yeah, I'm
okay,
picking
okay,
I'm
okay.
picking up about 8/10 of a conversation.
Okay.
7/10.
All right. So if nothing else, the evening progresses. Nadine sort of goes around a bit paranoid. Like she preoccupies herself in the kitchen for quite a while. After a while, sort of stops cooking and almost seems to be like, she's wrapping some stuff. Grabs something from storage, goes back and forth, stuff like that. But after a while, she herself, I'd say once the evening really starts to sit down. Did I forget if I no, okay. Okay, yeah. But after a while though, she just goes and she's sitting at the dining room table just drinking that like mason jar essentially of moonshine.
Oh,
But so go
I
ahead.
do go over and tell her that I'd actually tell her the basics of my plan for this is most likely where it's going to go down. So
Mm-hmm.
she probably shouldn't be in here very long.
Very well. Do you wait? So are you like requesting that she like go somewhere else, like go into the bedroom out of the way?
Pretty much, yeah, I say like I looked over the house. I figure he's gonna come and go to you based on what you've told me. So the bedroom is the most likely safe place to be because this is where we're gonna hit him.
And she sort of like inhales and I suppose it's where I usually wait. And she gets up and sort of, she's a little drunk by this point, and sort of stumbles around the table and slowly walks into the bedroom. She leaves the door open, but she doesn't turn the lights on in the room, and you hear her sort of what sounds like her sitting on the bed. So, anything else?
Actually, I go to Loomis and I ask Doc, could I have that scalpel?
Yeah. I'd give it to you.
Okay, cool. Alright, yeah, that's pretty much. I need the scalpel for something.
If you need a knife, there's likely one in the kitchen.
Actually, I think it over and. Yeah, any knife will do. Yeah, I hand you back the scalpel and I go. Basically, grab. I go and grab. It's a weird descriptor, but I'm kind of stuck for words at the moment. Just what looks like the most aerodynamic, the best knife to throw, essentially.
Okay, best knife to throw. I don't know. That would probably be like what, a steak knife, really.
Probably.
A
You know,
steak knife.
sharp,
is-
like a
yeah.
sharp point as well as a blade.
Anything sort of like that's not really what I was picturing.
Hello, Marlo.
But so
Yeah,
would
I don't think it's too.
or yeah,
have
but
to-
whatever. Just like but like a small knife.
Yeah.
Like a one hand. Like a not very long blade.
Yeah, not like the Bowie knife, which I'm planning to use to defend myself up close. This knife is to be thrown.
Okay, cool. Ooh, do we loot anything else from her house while she's in the bedroom?
No, I don't. I myself don't. Actually, no, that's stupid. That's really stupid.
Ooh, what? I'm curious.
I was gonna like ask, like, grease, cooking grease, something like that. Not to start
I mean, there
a fire.
probably is.
Yeah, not to start a fire, but to lay a trap, essentially.
Okay, there is grease, but it's like solid fats, not liquid.
Okay.
Like bacon fat type stuff, solid at room temperature, not
All
or
right.
lard or other such.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a miniature cooking stove and set it up in storage and just throw a bunch of that into a big pot and just liquefy it in preparation. No, I'm not
Getting
cooking.
medieval on this.
Go away, Marlo. Go downstairs, go. All right, but no, I just take the throwing knife. I'm not gonna go with the big grease plan.
Alright. Anything else?
That's pretty much me.
Alright, I don't hear anything else. So 8 o'clock rolls around. And nothing happens. No one shows up. The sun is setting by this point, and it's getting dark out. You can only barely make out, details looking out the windows now, other than like the sort of silhouette of the sky, a sort of deep indigo, turning, increasingly dark. And before too long, it's pitch black out. You can't see anything. All you can hear is the droning noise of the peepers and the cicadas and, other forest and swamp life. Do you continue just waiting in your...
I discern realities.
Discern realities, alright.
That's an int, right?
Was
9. You may ask one question. Did I put... Yes, we have
yeah,
this in here.
it's in the handouts. Basic moves.
What is about to happen?
What is about to happen? It is quiet out. There does not seem to be like anyone for quite a distance. You're probably gonna be, you don't think, you just have a gut feeling he's not showing up for a while. Like, you don't hear any sort of commotion or anything in the distance. He is not imminent. So essentially, what is about to happen? Nothing. Imminently, at least.
Oh, good.
Anything else?
Ain't really much we can do.
Alright.
Yeah.
So the hours start to pass. 9 o'clock comes, 10 o'clock comes. You at this point hear Nate for a while at 10. You hear Nadine sort of snoring in her bedroom. She
I do
seems
at
to
some
have passed
point
out.
when I do hear snoring thing. I do go over and I close the bedroom door.
Ooh, all right. Yeah. You can't hear if she's still snoring or not once the door's closed. It effectively blocks sound enough.
Oh, actually, I do have a question about the door. Has it got
Yes.
an inside lock on the door? Have any of these doors got, like, interior locks on them?
There is a sort of like full-on there's a, I don't know what you call it, one of those slidey lock things on the front door, as well as one of those chain locks. And the back door has like a proper 2x4 that you slot down to lock it up. None of the inside doors have locks.
Okay. Alright, then.
All right. Anything else?
No, not on my end.
So, all right. So yeah, you close the door. Can't hear if she's still snoring or not. 11 o'clock rolls around. Before midnight, at around, but not too far before midnight. I'd say anywhere like 11:35 to 11:45, somewhere around then. You hear the unmistakable sound of like a truck in the distance heading up the road. Oh, do any of you have any lights on?
No.
I do not.
Mm-mm.
These would be guesses. So, it's pitch black lights in the house. That's interesting. Wait, so you're all just waiting in pitch black then, essentially?
Well, I assume there was house lighting.
Well, yeah, but that's what
I
I'm saying.
assume
Like,
she would
it
have
was.
turned them off.
That's fair.
Well, it was during the day, so none of the lights are on. These are like gas lights. You don't necessarily want to be wasteful with them.
Or
And,
leaving
she
fire
fell
something
asleep.
flaming on.
Do we want to leave a light on in
Oh,
the
shit.
dining room, or do you think that would arouse too much suspicion? We'd be able to see what we're actually doing when the fight begins, but it might make him wary. Unless we make it look like a light was just... Yeah, can I just try and arrange so it looks like a light was just haphazardly left on?
I mean, that looks about the same as just,
Yeah, no, I mean, like, just...
a light's on or off. It's a binary state.
Well, you know what I mean, right? It's not just like there's been like just one house light specifically in the house. Like, I don't know how. Again, conversation about paranoia. We don't know how paranoid he would be. Probably not very, but you know.
You can like discern realities, I suppose. Like, I don't know, figure out if it would be, or I don't know if that would be discern realities, but
Oh, no.
no. You can go ahead and leave a light on. That wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I don't think.
All right. I'm gonna. Yeah, I leave a light on in the dining room, so
Okay,
that place is lit up.
gotcha.
And you know she was drinking there earlier on, so it's near like a. Oh, that'll fuck us. It's near a bottle of fucking drink.
There you go. All right. So, as you know, but as you go in, the headlights of a truck, illuminate the front area. Cormac, I guess you would be the only one who can really see that. And even so, there aren't windows in storage, but like just sort of the front door does have glass, and so you can sort of like peer out that. So you can see you wouldn't be able to see a truck, but you can see like headlights illuminating the trees and the barn opposite the rest of the house. No one else can see a window, unfortunately.
Actually, okay, I'm gonna ask something for clarification because I've been standing here this whole time. This is a full wall, correct? This isn't just like a blockade. That like if I'm standing pressed behind that, that obscures me from view.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
All right.
Everything marked is a full wall,
Right.
floor to ceiling. All right. So yeah, the lights pull up and they stay there for a while. Like you don't hear anything else, just the truck, the engine running, and the lights there for like 5, maybe even 10 minutes. Quite a while. But they do eventually turn off, and there is the lights cut out, the engine cuts, and there's the sound of the unmistakable sound of a car door slamming shut. And what sounds like a trunk door slamming shut after it. And
Nice.
just waiting.
I want to have a peek out, see what was pulled out of the trunk. There'll probably be a discern
All right.
realities check.
Yeah. Go ahead, discern realities then.
Because if he's got a carcass, I don't know, he'd be going to the hunting room, not the storage, but I might have to come here to grab something else. We will see. Or not, I don't know. No, we won't. Seeing is for suckers.
You discern nothing.
I don't discern jack. Yeah, I try and take a look and don't get anything, I suppose.
All right. So Matt, yeah, maybe you try and take a look, but you see like imminent movement walking in your direction, and without wanting to even risk getting spotted, this early, you do not have time to get an adequate look at anything other than just seeing, keep in mind it's super dark out, other than just seeing a figure moving towards the door. So yeah, even as this figure approaches the door, you hear footsteps, heavy footfalls. They reach the door and it is just like kicked open, violently, just bursts open, and you hear very large boot steps as this large person, very quickly, walking at a fast pace, enters through the door and moving straight through the dining room, sort of towards the bedroom.
All right.
And but he just immediately barked, "Nadine!"
All right, I'm gonna dive out at this point.
Okay.
So
as soon as he's like past you.
Well, yeah, basically as soon as he's in the you say he's moving fast, so probably when he gets to about.
So is he there?
Wait, he enters through what is this door?
Ah.
Basically, as soon as you would get to here or so.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna
There,
die.
there. Okay, so here's something else I should probably draw in. What shape should I? What color should I? There is a dining room table of about. God damn it, that was supposed to be purple. Whatever, of about that size. So he is. That could be important for this fight. So he is moving, around that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna dive out and. Okay, that's his route. So essentially, I kind of
Yeah.
go to here, kind of swing around the wall, and
Gotcha.
I'm going to cold shot with the with a knife.
Gotcha.
All right, let's roll dex. Okay, so I don't do damage, but oh my god, I can't use the wording. I'm gonna go with legs.
Legs.
They're hobbled and slow moving. So basically, I throw a knife into the back of his leg.
That's an option.
That's an option.
All right. Okay, so but you don't do damage.
No, I only do it on a +10. In this, it's just
Gotcha.
yeah, the knife does narrative damage rather than mechanical damage.
All right, so yeah, he immediately screams out. This is your first good look at the man. This guy, from behind, you would at first probably assume he was an orc just from size. This man is about 6'6", pushing 6'7". He is solidly built. Legs solid. Broad shoulders. He's wearing dark jeans, dark brown like work boots, red flannel shirt rolled up to the sleeves. He's carrying some sort of skin or something slung over his shoulders, and you see he has a hunting rifle as well in his right arm. You can't see his head immediately, but the knife does, go into his leg, and he screams out in pain. And like as he sort of falls to the floor on one knee, also turns around. He has short hair, sort of a trimmed goatee and mustache, and just eyes like furious, bloodshot, like bulging with rage.
I make a call. Margrave, Doc, he's in. No doubt they heard, him screaming and shouting, but just let them know, hey, you're welcome to come on in on this. And I pull my Bowie knife.
All right.
If no one else is gonna do something, I'm gonna.
Do we get a free attack on him?
You do not get a free attack on him. You are too far. Well,
guns.
Yeah, I've got a pistol.
Yeah, he's got his pistol.
Yeah, that's true. You can volley at him.
Okay. Oh, fuck buckets.
All right,
Nice.
so you fire off a round, but it shoots past him. He looks and glances at you, now very clearly aware of you, but as he just very briefly glances and registers that you're there. As he, just one-handed raises up his right arm with a hunting rifle and fires off a shot at Cormac. Defy danger if you choose.
I am going to defy danger by. Look at my stats again, just to remind myself. Okay, I'm gonna go for a basic dex. I am going to try and dodge and sprint towards him.
All right.
So let's go.
His attention's on Cormac, even if he just got shot.
Attention's on me, considering I just got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Jesus.
attention is somewhat split between Cormac and Margrave, but mostly on Cormac. So you take. All right. So that
It's
is
a lot of XP.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, one of them was a partial success.
okay. Take 2 damage, 2 piercing, and you are knocked down by the shot.
Oh, it's forceful. Okay. As I'm knocked, as I land on the ground, I'm assuming I land probably like here or something. Oh, I mean, you can tell me where. Because
Yeah,
I said I was
a
running
bit
forwards.
more. Oh,
Broken in half.
it was a powerful shot. A bit more there.
Okay.
So where is he at the moment?
He is currently here.
Can you like draw him a token?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to do just that.
Tactical combat in Dungeon World.
It's like I'm playing Pathfinder all over again.
Yeah.
And wasn't that a long fucking time ago?
Oh, he's a square. I mean, the guy is kind of a square, so you know, he is about there.
Okay.
But so as he knocks down court, like he is now turning to look at Margrave. Anyone else want to take an action?
It's probably your time.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Okay, well,
Margrave, you wanna try and take another shot?
I certainly shall.
Wait, do you lose ammo on a
-6, yeah, you lose ammo.
Is that dependent on GM fiat?
I mean, we're not doing anything weird with ammo, just regular Dungeon World. And I forget
It
how
has
much
no
ammo you have.
stipulation, but we've always taken it as a -6 means you miss and you lose a thing and a GM makes a move.
Okay.
But that's up to you.
Yeah, actually, on that point, how much ammo do I? What ammo is
You
my
should
gun?
have 3 ammo, I believe, right now. Or to start, I
Well,
believe you got 3
2
ammo.
then now.
Yeah.
2 then now.
Yeah, and you got 7 to 9, so you got your choices now.
Yeah, because a volley isn't necessarily technically one shot of a gun. It can be, you know, like it's a
extended
nebulous
action.
amount of. Yeah.
It could mean like running between 2 pillars, firing off a magazine.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'll take what I can get. So -1d6.
All right, firing another shot at him as he looks towards you.
It's probably
Roll
not
your
the best
damage
idea.
and roll a d6.
I do fuck all.
A bullet. You do land a shot on him. A bullet hits his shoulder. He does not even seem to notice it. It doesn't interrupt his movement. He like doesn't glance at it or register it. As he looks, he starts moving towards you, and he sort of. This is a big, heavy dining room table. I should have mentioned it is oak. It is about 1.5 inches thick. He knocks the entire table aside, so is now askew on the room, blocking the kitchen as he charges directly towards you, fast.
I just realized what I should have done in that downtime.
What's that?
I should have done trick shot.
Ooh. Well, you're now probably going to want to do a defy danger because he is bearing down on you in a charge.
Can I try and aid?
Sure, you can try and aid.
My idea for trying to aid, now you can yay or nay me on this one, is basically I had been shot, and in this time in exchange, I want to say, like, I'm getting up and I'm now just trying to charge towards him with a Bowie knife. So even if I'm not doing damage now, I'm aiding by essentially either knocking him off course or maybe grabbing him from behind or something. Just giving Margrave time to act.
Sure.
Alright, so 2d6 plus 1. No.
So you try and move towards him, but this table is sort of between you and him. You immediately stumble over its legs and sort of trip and get caught in it.
Alright, well. Defy danger dodge, yay!
It wasn't even needed.
Alright, how do you dodge? Describe your dodge.
I just fucking roll out of the way so he presumably hits the wall behind me.
Oh my god.
What direction? Where are you going? Okay, so further into the living room. Interesting.
So as he kind of dodges away, though, I want to sneak up behind him and stab him with the syringe.
All right. if you are okay, you can do. Let me put it this way. Just because that is distance to cross, you can like sneak over there while he's doing the charge and whatnot. But we're gonna take another action before you have time to do an attack. If that's
Okay, okay, the part of that cutout. What do you want me to do?
we're gonna take one more action, then you can attack. So now you're just we'll have you have snuck to him in that time.
Just
In the time
like,
he's charging is
you want me
the
to just roll
time.
dex? Am I just rolling dex?
No. Not, you're gonna get to attack him, but we're gonna do one more action first.
Okay. I'm picking up about half the words, and the words are cut in half, so it's like a
Okay.
fourth of the
Yeah.
words.
Ooh.
Let's change
Another
the
action.
There.
She's dead. Okay. Okay.
Well, Cormac's. So just one more thing with All right, he's. Well, first, do you counterattack now, having rolled? I'll let you take an action.
Me.
I will
Oh,
attempt.
no.
I will attempt to shoot him again.
All right.
Fucking Christ!
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, you fire off more shots, but this guy is moving fast. Austin, go ahead and attack.
Okay. Haha.
Ah,
Nice.
So yeah, I just get up on him and jab the syringe into his neck.
Roll your damage.
So it's actually 0 damage
Ooh.
because it puts him into a light sleep.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Because
Damn
it's oil of Taggart.
You have oil tag on your dagger?
When you would normally, it's on my. I have a syringe. Yeah. Normally, when you would normally deal damage with
Oh.
the syringe, instead apply 1 dose of any applied poison or potion you possess.
which you spent
Wow.
your time doing.
Yeah, I did that. So he falls into a light sleep.
I see. So he does that. He. Okay, yeah, he does. He sort of like staggers a bit and is in a light sleep.
Then I take out my
Ooh.
syringe and I slit his throat.
You can
Oh.
okay. You can slit with a syringe.
Do you want to? Do you want to
think
take
I think
his
he meant
knife there?
Scalpel.
Oh fuck!
Or
He
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have the
No, I
scalpel.
meent the scalpel. Yeah, I do.
I
Yeah,
thought
didn't take it in
Cormac
the
had the
end.
scalpel.
No, I didn't take it in the end because he suggested
No,
the
he took a
kitchen.
knife.
Okay, I don't think you can I don't think you can use a scalpel because this is explicitly a light sleep, and like getting stabbed
Okay, can I-
at all is
Can,
gonna.
can I
Shoot
can I
him in the
shoot
head.
him in the head then?
Shoot him in the head. Yeah.
Like
Take
6
your time.
times?
Aim shot right to the forehead.
Yeah, just 6 shots all the time until his face resembles
All right, yeah, you
pasty.
can go ahead with the gun.
Yeah, 6
I mean,
shots.
do you want him to roll for it? Is this like a coup de
No.
grace?
This is. Do I have to roll for coup de grace?
I don't think so. Well, if you're talking about rolling, maybe you should roll damage. Come to think of it.
Hey,
Oh,
maybe we should use
jeez.
the shotgun. So fucking cheap.
Seriously.
Okay, Jax, do you want to roll? Do you want to use the shotgun?
Give me the.
I mean, yeah. Since he's since he's asleep, I'll just quietly walk and get the shotgun and put him out.
Because I just want to throw out there, it suddenly occurs to me you guys haven't, despite all of this, you haven't technically done any damage to him. Despite stabbing him in the leg, despite, having shot him and stabbed him with a syringe, technically, no one has actually achieved damage on him.
I mean, I'm gonna take the shotgun and I'm gonna do the thing.
I mean, while this is true, I mean, is there really any defense from a point blank shotgun shot?
Guns aren't always. The spread could be awful.
No, not at point blank when it's right up against his face. His face is going to be patty, and his brain even more so.
Let's see.
I was gonna, but you guys are talking about rolling, and it's
I
gotten me thinking maybe.
I didn't say a word. I'm just. Anyway, yeah. Let's just do the thing. Let's just.
Kim,
see
the
how
shotgun
things
was
go.
what, plus D6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just
Not
see.
so.
I'll even let you take. I don't think any of you have a move for this. I don't know. I'll let you take an extra like D8. Just throw that in there on top of your damage.
Let me do the shotgun. Like I just.
If he
kind of-
survives the
armor
headshot,
too.
I will be stunned.
No, he doesn't have armor. It doesn't matter.
All right, I'm gonna do.
I mean, he's probably gonna survive this.
I'm gonna do it. So as he thinks over, you walk back and you get the shotgun, and Cormac just walks over and asks to do it since he agreed to take since, he went over the details with her. He kind of feels this is his job. So is that D10 plus D6, D6 plus D8?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
This is
being
good.
generous.
Get ready to see 3 1s in a row.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh,
Close.
Well, there was one in there.
Okay. Yeah, there was a 1 in there. Good thing I gave you that fucking D8.
yeah.
Alright, you fire and, he's asleep on the ground. You fire into his head and blow his jaw completely off. And there's like a major exit. It's almost like, you like his jaw, his right ear, a decent part of his head blows off. There's a sound, not quite a scream. He's missing most of his mouth. But like, there's like exposed like brain at this point, but he is technically alive. Charles, and like a hand goes to like his head and rolls over on the ground. Not quite on hands and knees, but like halfway to hands and knees, sort of stumbling, or shuffling towards the couch.
As he
Can
towards
I
the couch
shoot him
in the
again?
living room.
You guys are in the living room.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of follow behind him with the shotgun.
As he sort of the couch is here. I mentioned this. The cushion is still lifted up from where the sort of moonshine supply is, and he you see him just sort of fumbling. It takes him quite a while, pawing around in there, and grabs a mason jar of moonshine and sort of smashes the top of it into the side of the thing, knocking the top off, and is then just sort of pouring moonshine onto what's left of his face.
Fuck.
Alright, so while he's doing this, I don't want to fire that in the direction of moonshine. I just pull out the Bowie knife and just stab it into the back of his head.
Well, he's sort of facing you guys as he's doing this. Like, he's on his back now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, then I just basically go for him and just, plunge the knife into either his head or his throat.
Decapitate him
Not
as well? Is
decapitation,
that...
a stab.
I am gonna have you roll hack and slash.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright, roll your damage.
I'm gonna take a plus d6.
Alright.
Make it risky.
So that is,
Crying out
he
loud.
gets to...
Crying out
Oh my God.
fucking loud.
And he gets to make an attack on you as well, isn't it?
If he
Oh.
survives.
Ooh. So the knife sinks into him, and where exactly were you trying to stab into him again?
I was going for the head or the throat.
The head or the throat? Which one?
Let's go with head.
All right. So you try. His skull's thicker than typical elf skull. There's a deep gash in there, like you hit bone. But the bone offers more resistance, and just pure bloody hate in his eyes, as his
What
lifeblood is
eyes?
dripping
Does
away.
he...
No, it's his lower jaw and part of the right side of his face, like up past the ear. And like the sort of shattered glassy remains of the moonshine jar, he stabs upwards towards your face. Let's roll this.
Oh, I don't get a defy danger. We're doing it the old-fashioned
No,
way.
because well, yeah, because this
It
is
was
a
a
failed
thing.
hack and slash damage. Oh no, this is like, yeah, no, I know, I'm not doing that all the time, but this is like,
Oh yeah, okay. No, it's not all.
Just-
No, I'm not. I'm just
yeah.
wondering. Okay.
You're getting in close to stab at him, and that also gets you in range for him to stab at you.
Mm.
So he shoves this at your face. Where did I?
Well, the good news is, even if he manages to turn this around and kill all of us, he's not going to live much longer.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, you'd be surprised.
He's got exposed brain and he's got an exit wound in the back of
Ooh.
his
Well,
head throat.
I'd like to try shoot him in the brain.
Actually, I do have a question with this. Like, just in
Yeah.
all this, is he breathing or is that not possible in this stage?
He sort of
probably-
seems to be barely.
He's probably breathing through a gaping fucking wound in his mouth.
Yeah, like his throat isn't gone. It's just like his jaw and tongue are. Anyways, take 7 damage as, you know, like you
Jesus.
feel the lower half of a jar sort of stab into your like chest, mouth, throaty area. And this is messy. There's a lot of broken glass in your lower face right now.
Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
But yeah, he does that, and he even sort of leans back a bit, like, you know, he's less angry. Like his eyes are almost laughing out of spite at that point. But he's sort of sinking back towards the ground a bit now.
How much damage
Just sort
did
of
I take?
slumped against the chest. 7.
7. Ooh. Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna say I pull back.
Yeah.
I pull back after getting
I
stabbed.
imagine. No. Oh, this is also, and it's also soaking in like extremely high proof alcohol. So I should also add the tag like painful. That it hurts a lot. It hurts more than just getting cut up. You know, you've also just been cut, had a lot of, you know, fairly small, but like a lot of ragged cuts, and
Oh,
all of them
jeez.
are soaked in high proof alcohol, so it burns like a motherfucker.
Ooh.
But it's okay,
Um,
because I slap him on the back and he gets 5 health back.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, is he holding alcohol right now? Or is he
Not right
is that-
now. He is slumped on the couch. His right arm is sort of propping him up on the couch, like right hand sort of hanging towards the alcohol. His left hand is down almost underneath him. And he's just like leaning further and further back down, like eyes are sort of fluttering shut almost. Are you just watching for now?
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a bunch. I say to Loomis. Yeah, I keep. Here's the thing. I think back. I pulled a shotgun. I kind of like. It's still got a shell in it, hasn't it? I only fired off 1.
Yes.
Yeah, I just keep it trained on him in case he does any sudden movements. If he looks like he's just reclining back. Granted, I'm not exactly ideal on, you know, shooting him, considering he's coated in alcohol and just smashed a bottle of alcohol.
So if you just watch it, he does sort of after a while, like just his eyes sort of dance around. You know, that gave him a bit of contentment, you know, ruining your face like that. And his you know, but his eyes are closing and he stops moving. So is that you guys hear floorboards creak from the dining room.
Well, I imagine that would have woken her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I turned back and looked to see if it is Nadine.
Yeah, no, she is. She's standing about here. right now, sort of looking into the living room.
Yeah, I'm kind of probably standing in the way of his body, and I just turn to her and say, "You probably don't want to." I just turn to her and say, "You don't want to look at this."
She's just sort of staring past you. I mean, I don't think she can see anything from where she is. Also, keep in mind the living room is not lit. It is very dark in there. But so she's just sort of standing there, continuing to peer in the living room.
I turn to Loomis and ask if he can grab a sheet or a blanket or some such.
Is there a tablecloth?
There is no tablecloth. Nadine just sort of mutters bedroom when you say that.
What do you need it for?
The body.
To cover him.
Is he dead?
Looks to be. Actually, okay. At that point,
Yeah.
I walk over and I check. Basically, I double check. Like, this guy was pretty fucking hardy. Let's make doubly sure I check his pulse.
I mean, you could completely fucking dome him, and that would.
I mean, he ain't a zombie.
Well, have eyes been trained on him this whole time? Has someone been keeping watch on him?
I've been watching him.
Okay.
If a guy survives a headshot blowing his jaw off and with brain exposed, I don't trust him not to come back up and start trying to throttle us.
Okay, so at one point you do see him. There's like the vague stirrings of life left. He tries to reach up, it looks like, and then he like slumps over or rolls over. So now he's on his stomach, looking into, like, lying face first in the ground on like a sort of pool of blood.
Jesus.
All right.
Okay.
I mean,
You guys in the middle of some tasty combat?
We are. Well,
Nice.
not really.
It's been a bit finalized a little bit.
As for your question on the other server, I put it down, but I'm unsure. I'm not sure if I want to run a game that will take me 8 hours again.
All right.
So,
I played in a 24-hour game once. It was not fun.
this is a charity stream thing.
I'll leave you to it then.
Alright, but so do we have any... So, does Loomis grab the sheet? Do we have any other roles?
Can I shoot him in the head? Just to be sure.
Is that, like, do you do anything else first?
Oh, wait, here. Oh, let me do... I'm the resident doctor. Let me do an intelligence roll, right?
Okay.
Spout some lore about him. See if he's 100%.
That sounds like discern realities.
Oh, well.
I will let you reroll that if it's discern realities. Unless you really want... Or was that, like, a specific move you have?
No, it's not. No, I don't really have a move for that.
Okay. No, I think that's
So
just...
there's your wisdom.
Alright, what's your question, I guess?
I guess what here is not what it appears to be.
Okay, yeah, he's not quite dead. He's probably further from death than he looks.
Okay, so
Okay,
I'll
let me
just
put it this way:
stab him a bunch with the
he's
scalpel.
staying still. Are you able to do that? Okay, you know what? We'll just screw it. It doesn't really. So as you start. Roll damage. I'll use that to determine how much you do to determine this. 2 damage. Perfect. So, you start stabbing him, and there's, like, more noises. Not screams of pain, but screams of anger. The figure almost rises a bit, and then there's a very loud bang that you weren't expecting. and like the sort of top of his head is blown out.
What the fuck? That is in character and out of character, by the way.
Something blew up?
Well, something fired.
Okay.
Do you inspect the body anymore or anything?
I
I mean,
Where
like
did
I
the
said,
bang come
I'm
from?
catching 25% of your words, so I guess I'm just going to spout lore on that.
No. Okay, no.
Let's-
Did the bang come from his body or from behind us?
From it sounded like from around his body or underneath it at least.
All right, hold on. I'm switching servers. This is stupid.
yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Does this sound any better to you, Austin?
No. Let's see. We have a different. I'm just gonna go to a different server. What server are we all in? Because this is stupid.
We're in the GTA server. Oh
Lynx
no,
isn't.
Lynx isn't. Wait, really? Lynx should be.
I know, right?
What?
You're in
What?
GTA. How do you add people to servers again?
Right click, invite to server.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, there's a separate, the whole separate GTA server,
Yeah.
and not just Sweet Chat GTA.
Yeah.
There. Right there.
I left Sweet Chat. Alright, I'm gonna. Huh?
Okay, take two.
I know.
To the party.
Yeah, I noticed you had left Sweet Chat.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's Discord in general. Hold on.
God. There's a Discord I'm in with a person who is genuinely the most joyless fucker I've ever met, and of course they're a video game essayist. Not a very successful one, but you know. I hope they never watch this VOD.
So the weird thing is, it's only when I think it's only when I'm in Roll20 this is happening, because like I can be in chat and playing other games with other people, and there isn't this issue.
Is it? Could it be chat settings? Could it be that it's sending, like receiving through? It wouldn't make sense because we're not.
Is your
See, it's fine now. It's fine now.
All right.
have you got receiving video and voice enabled or
No,
disabled?
of course not. I never have any of that stuff on.
Yeah, not in the least because it's completely useless. Oh,
Exactly. All right, we seem to be good for now.
What was I going to say? Or what were we going to say?
Okay, so what happened? His larynx blew out.
No. There was
That's
a
what I
loud
heard.
bang, and the top of his head blew out.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you said his larynx blew out,
No,
and I'm
no.
like, wow, that's really specific.
Actually, that symbol that we saw on the hunter who attacked us in the woods, I believe.
Yes.
I'm gonna look him over for a similar thing.
Did we injure him?
I mean, hopefully it wasn't on his head.
No. So like you're inspecting the body essentially.
Yeah, I'm looking for that symbol again.
Can I spell lore about the blowy up head?
I don't think this is really a spout lore thing. It's a really basic observation if you inspect the body at all, which Cormac is doing. So you don't see anything like that on his back or anything. I'm assuming you roll him over though, which if you open up his shirt, yes, you do find that same symbol on the guy's chest. I forget what that symbol looked like.
So do I. I just remember there was a symbol. But
Did we ever injure the guy who was attacking us in the woods?
oh yeah, we cut him up pretty bad.
And
Wait,
does he
did you see
You described us as seeing a symbol like that.
You're not getting mixed up with the body on the beach, right?
I don't believe I am.
Okay. I don't remember if I had I don't remember this being a tattoo, but like I would believe that that was something I did. I don't have a note for that or anything.
But hmm.
But yeah, if there was a symbol on that guy in the woods, then yes, it would be on this guy. On his
So
chest.
you are basically confirming that yes, this is the guy that was in the woods.
No.
No, more it's like a
no.
more like it's a
similar.
cult thing.
There was the bear cult group. Was it a bear cult?
The bear cult. It was a cult.
It was a cult.
Or
the bear
other
cult.
similar organization.
Oh, cult with an affinity with bears.
Yep, bear cult.
Okay, just to get rid of the bear cult thing, this guy had a pelt and it was not a bear. It was like an almost stag deer type thing.
Well, we know.
So,
Oh yeah,
you
what do
can
you
just-
think bears eat?
It also answers the mystery of the top of his head blowing up. You see, him rolling over, and all that, he got on top of the, hunting rifle, which had been knocked onto the ground.
Oh,
And seemed to have killed himself rather than allowing, some humans to kill him.
Well, you know
That's-
what? When I get to the afterlife, I'm gonna track him down and explain that we made him do that, ergo humans still killed him. Eat shit, +1 logic, debate me on Skype.
He's just jealous he couldn't be eaten alive by bears, like the bear cult wishes it could. It's the only honorable way.
Whatever. So we're going with there being I don't remember there being a tattoo on that guy, but we're going with it now. It has like a sort of I don't know. No, I don't want to describe it in case I already did describe it. I'm gonna have to go back for that. But you do, you can make out whatever it is. I don't know what it looks like, but whatever it looks like, you can make it out more clearly now. And you
Okay,
can
cool.
see
I want
some.
to spout lore on it.
Okay, go ahead.
Cool. Oh shit! I lost the thing. Lore spouted. Fuck yeah.
Well,
to an extent.
there was some lore indeed. You're on the cusp of knowing something.
Maybe.
That's like when you can just, it's on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite.
But yeah, we don't know. Well,
There is some Elvish text, but I don't know that any of you can read Elvish. I don't know. Like,
I'm gonna.
This would be the equivalent of like speaking French or something.
I'm gonna take a stab at it. Could I do an intelligence check to read it?
Sure. See if you can read it.
For the love of, yeah, we're just not
Nope.
very. Not very
We've
good.
been
You're a
rolling
human
bad
boy.
all game.
We're in a.
Yeah, you guys
yeah.
have.
Well, either way, he's dead.
Of course, you still had your sleep potion to solve that fight. Honestly, that's probably good, because the way you guys have been rolling, that fight would have been. Oof.
It would have been a doozy. But either way, get the sheet, cover up the body, and. Yeah, it's probably gonna take all three of us to move him.
Are you moving him?
Just,
Are
we'll
we
drag
moving
him into the hunt. Just drag him to the hunting room. We can clean him up there.
If you're off,
Why
Maybe-
clean him up?
I think clean him up is a
That's
euphemism.
in quotes. It's prison slang.
It's to make him disappear.
Yeah.
He's got to go away. I mean, my idea was just wrap him in that, get him in the boot, and dump him somewhere in the woods.
Oh wow, you guys are getting way more fancy with this. I think honestly, while you're talking about like this, Nadine sort of collects stuff. We should go. That was a lot of gunfire, and that noise can carry air in the woods. I don't think too much of it, but the amount there was. Someone's bound to show up at some point or another.
You don't want us to try and get rid of this?
And she sort of shakes her head. Nah, this works better. We just need to leave.
I look to Loomis and Margrave and I just say, all right. And I just walk off,
We? All right.
I think.
She sort of grabs the she goes into the kitchen and grabs some sort of basket she has. It's wrapped up in a blanket, but clearly a basket, like the handle sticking out and everything. She sort of grabs that, has that under her arm, and she's going towards the door and calls back, "You boys got the gun?"
Which one?
Does anyone actually? I do ask. Do either of you want the hunting rifle?
I'll take the rifle.
Mind if I keep the shotgun?
Go ahead.
All right. Oh, also, did we grab his car keys? Does that even matter? What he left?
That would not. Well, at least if you pat him down, you don't see them on him.
Okay.
And Nadine seems to be impatient to get out of the house.
All right, let's go.
Out we go.
The hunting rifle comes with just at this point probably just one ammo left.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
What's the tags on the rifle?
Ooh, the tags on the rifle are plus, what was that? Plus D, where was that? Plus D4 damage and 2 piercing. And force.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I got forceful.
Yeah.
Got it.
I don't know if because I've explained this mechanic. I don't know if I've had a thing. I'm also just adding clumsy to any launch, so the rifle and the shotgun now. I guess that's like the tag for difficult to move in enclosed spaces. With it. All right.
All right.
So, walking out the door, so you see the truck. It is, it's not a pickup truck. It's a bit, I don't know what the term for it is. It's like, here, one second.
It's a family sedan.
No. No, those are all far too big. Okay, something kind of like, it's not the best picture of, since this is head-on, but I think you get the impression of the type of vehicle this is. Something like this.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
The back has some stuff in it. There's a bit of hay. There's lots of just various sort of like materials. Some blood stains. There is a deer carcass sort of on the back, half hanging out almost. But approaching it, Nadine sort of pulls the deer carcass off, and then there is like a big sort of sheet tarp blanket thing over most of the stuff, and she lifts it up. Come on, you boys getting back.
All right, I do as she says. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, filing into the back of the truck there. It's not entirely comfortable, but there's enough hay and other soft stuff that it's not the worst ride in the world. There's not really a latch or anything on the back of the truck, but she does there's like a couple of ropes that she kind of like tethers across the back. And other than that, yeah, and the blanket sort of hooks down at a couple of points to stop it just blowing off. She gets in the cabin, and there's a window sort of connecting the two areas. She slides it across, so there's an open pass through between where you guys are sitting and her. And she has the basket with her up in the front seat. The keys are just sort of left in the ignition. She twists them after a bit of trying. The truck starts up with sort of a putter. the headlights illuminate, and she sets off down the road into the woods.
New.
Not going all too fast. These are, very, very dirt roads. Not going more than 20 miles an hour. Keep in mind the time period. That's not as slow as it is these days. Just basically a couple of dirt ruts, sort of going through the woods. Every now and then you'll see another path going off, and there'll be just like a very wooden basic sign. Sometimes there's no sign. You don't really see other buildings though on the way out, and it's a bit of a winding route. But just sort of going through, and eventually you're on what seems to be a bit more of a straight road. She seems to really look both ways, try and spot any lights in the distance before turning left out the road and driving out. And at this point it's a pretty long drive. She yawns a couple times, but doesn't really say anything. Any other immediate
Well, at
business?
some point I do actually kind of, I mean, we're in a compartment in the back. I imagine if she's driving, like, we could probably yell to her, but not.
No. There is an open window between
okay.
you guys. You can talk pretty easily.
I do actually just kind of at one point just knock on the back and then just say, so where are we headed? And also, we should probably go back to the big map.
Yes, we should. Good call.
I'd like to take this time to use trick shot. Unless-
Why are we going back to the big map?
We did.
Oh, I'm on.
Yeah.
Oh, we are? I
You need
didn't.
to go yourself.
Yeah, you gotta go
Yeah,
yourself.
you moved
drag
us.
us,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you gotta click over. What are you gonna trick shot
Yep.
for? Oh, is that to prepare ammo?
Yes. Although it does say appropriate supply, so perhaps I'm not allowed to.
Once I load back in. I screwed something. Let me read. Sure. I'll let you prepare a trick shot or prepare an ammo.
Excellent.
So also, since we're in the back, did anybody else get hurt during that fight?
Just Cormac.
Yeah, I'm on 13 of 17 hit points.
All right. I'm gonna do first aid on you.
Yeah, how do my wounds look exactly? I've just got a bunch of glass shards in my upper front.
Yeah, here actually that's the point. You should probably mark scarred.
Hmm.
Well, you can. So you currently have one hold, and you can spend one hold to recover 8 HP.
I will do that and just max myself out.
There you go. Don't worry, I can remove your debility, but you have to get 3 hold on a first aid.
That's fine. It's not
Oh
too
wow, yeah,
pressing.
that's 3 hold to remove a debility. Jesus.
Debilities fucking stick.
Yeah.
They suck.
Alright, I'm going to switch over to voice activity and lie down because my back hurts. But I can still hear you
Relatable.
guys, so.
Okay. She gives you she just says, driving north waste. I figure gotta get pretty far to get out of, anywhere they're gonna be searching for you boys.
Do you have a plan for what you're going to do next?
Oh yeah. I'll tell them I was your hostage.
Well, we're already
Some-
we're already fugitives. Why not?
Yeah. And she sort of laughs, maybe I don't remember some of the details so good. Maybe one of you was an elf. Maybe you was all young fellas. Long hair, and just in general gives a false description of you guys. And those good for nothing prisoners came into the house, shot my poor dear husband, and forced me at gunpoint to drive him out into, say I drove him south. Or no, she thinks more, maybe not south, that won't make sense in my alibi. In any case, I'll say I had, drop you boys off somewhere else other than where I am dropping you. Gonna have to take a bit of a long ways home, but
We appreciate it greatly.
Anyway, y'all boys might want to get some sleep. It's gonna be a long drive.
Cormac, just kind of hums at that, and then he does try and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before you do, she
Magnus
it
keeps an eye out.
occurs to her. Before you, and she reaches into the basket and sort of grabs like a couple of sort of paper wrap parcels. Here's something for your boys to chew on.
Oh, nice. Cormac takes his. He's gonna save that, and he's gonna save that for morning.
Oh, all right.
Greet the day with.
There might have been more. Okay.
I mean,
Want to be a breakfast boy?
Magnus takes his and opens it up.
It's almost like a piece of steak. It seems to be partially wrapped in a bit of pastry and sort of cooked in the pan. Partially breaded at least. But it's a very tender piece of like steak or venison or something like that.
He takes a bite out of it.
Yeah, it's quite good. It probably would have been better, warm and fresh, but it's a good it's not a thick piece of meat or anything, but you eat it almost like a sandwich or something. It's the meat's very tender. It's
Delicious.
good. Yeah.
Tasty.
Ocelot just became Snake.
It's a very tasty meal. I don't know if Luma seeks it, but if you do, and Margaret certainly gets, I don't think it matters, but heal an extra D4 damage when you sleep.
Yay. Well, I'll be keeping Magnus will be keeping an eye out for at least part of the journey.
Okay. But I'm assuming you do get some sleep, though.
I get some sleep, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, I'd say make camp, but I don't think we really have to do any of the moves in make camp other than heal.
Which we're all at full HP anyway.
Yeah. Which. If you have enough XP, you all may level up.
Oh, good. I can level up.
I think I leveled up last game, but
Yeah, I was a bit behind you guys.
yeah, I'm on 4 of 10 for level 3, so.
Right. Great. I gotta bring up my Gotta pick a move again. Oh, and I level up another stat.
I never picked my move from when I leveled up. But I think I got it.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna retcon something.
What's that?
So I'm saving the thing, but how can you actually hear now, Austin? Is it not cutting out anymore?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, there's something I actually... Yeah, there is actually something Cormac does want to ask now that there's just calm, we're just driving. Do actually ask at one point, Doc, I've got a question for you. You seem a smart guy. Why were you in jail?
That's a good question. Let's just leave it at framed for now.
Yeah, okay, Cormac just kind of nods his head. Also, we are echoing a bunch. I think that's...
Oh,
That'd be
sorry,
Lance.
that's me.
Anyways. Anything else? Through the night?
No, not for me.
Don't think so.
Cormac gets his 40 winks.
Alright, so, do you guys... I know we started a bit late. Do you guys want to call it there or just do a 5-minute break? We won't play for, like, another full thing. It's sort of weird just because that was supposed to be the, like, end of the last session. I don't know how up to it you guys feel to
I'm perfectly
continue.
fine with continuing. Depends on.
Depends sort of entirely on how much more there is you think.
No,
No.
I don't think anything else we would do would be like a very long involved thing.
I would say for narrative's sake, we cut it there. That way we can start completely fresh and where we were supposed to be next time.
So,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
All right.
Okay.
Is that what we're voting
Yeah.
for?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Yeah.
All right. We can do end of session here then. This is where last session was supposed to be end of session. It's a good, end of session. I'm content with that.
I too am content.
That's
No,
got to
but
be like one of our shortest sessions though we've done.
It was a short session. It
1
was
hour,
only
15 minutes.
yeah.
All right. End of session, I guess. So. Let's see. First, bonds, right? Yes.
I only have one bond, and I think I just snuck it in just under the line right there, which was just literally my bond was Loomis is a smart seeming guy. I wonder why he was in jail, and I literally, hey, we have a moment of calm. I'm just gonna out and ask him what happened there. You don't seem like the kind of guy to be in jail, and it's just framed. I suppose
Most peculiar.
it was a very easy bond to resolve. It was just the question, like, what happened there, and I didn't get a full answer, but.
But you're gonna take an XP anyways.
Well, I mean, depends on how I reword it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it does actually advance it because it does point out if he was framed, there's something bigger at play there. If he's being honest.
I wrote Cormac as a fighter to the end. I'd be happy to have him. I'd be glad to have him at my back. I mean, I'd say that's pretty confirmed, but there's not really much I can progress that to, though.
Trying to think of a way to word this.
I've got no bond stuff.
Alright. Oh, we'll let you finish.
Don't think there's much to say on the bonds.
All right, I've reworded my bond. I think it's a good fit because it does raise more questions. Which it's now. What did Loomis fall afoul of to get him here? He doesn't seem too bothered by it, whatever it is.
You didn't write whatever it is.
I'm adding it now.
Alright. Alignments then?
Sure.
Yeah.
I changed my bond to one that you okayed, which was professionalism. Carry out a task to a professional standard. So that's up to you. You've got to grade me on. I agreed to kill him. Was that a task carried out to a professional standard?
Close enough. For what was you did what was needed. If it was just any old kill someone job, I might be a bit more hesitant, but like it worked out for what was needed. Like a messy scene worked, in the specific context. So sure.
My alignment is pride and glory. I don't think I left him with a parting shot he'll remember because he ain't remembering much of anything now.
Yeah.
I'm really not doing too well on this part.
And then, well, hey, mine is avoid or escape from trouble without resolving it.
Yeah.
Technically, we are running away from the law and the results of what we did. We're not going to resolve that.
Technically speaking.
Honestly, that's not a bad argument. I'll let you take that. You didn't really result. You didn't result like if not the whole Ed situation, but the cops like searching for you, you know, because they're still searching for you and all, but like, you know, you escaped it.
Yeah, we just ran away.
Yeah. I'll let you take that.
Will you let him take it every session?
No, but like that one, you know, you are out of the cops like purview. You're not in a place where they are searching for you. They're still searching for you, but you're not, you know, in their search area anymore.
To be fair, I have got it every session.
Really, it should just be a snowball effect of just, I left that thing unresolved, and guess what? Still unresolved now. I didn't go back.
All right. Okay. Did we learn something new and important about the world? I don't think you guys did.
I don't think so.
No, there was more about the bear cult, but none of it was real.
Did we overcome a notable monster enemy? Pretty
Yes.
sure you did. Did we loot a memorable treasure?
With the hunting
I got
rifle?
Yes.
yeah, I got the hunting rifle.
I don't think that's memorable.
Hey, that's one additional firearm.
Yeah, now
And
we're
it-
up to 3 per person.
Yeah.
Well, 3 in the party.
I'm also just gonna, something caught my eye, well, my ear, lens on you just saying, like, he's dead, so he's not gonna remember it. That's gonna be every memorable shot, I imagine.
Not necessarily. No, because you can like beat someone without killing them, and that would be where you would take the XP. I think that's the spirit of the move. It's like, you know, to leave someone alive but beaten, sort of humiliated, not just like dead.
Hey, in theory, every time he gets his alignment, that means I also get mine.
It's a good point. That's a 2 for
Wow.
1 deal.
That's a 2-for-1.
So what? I'm the only person who just doesn't get their alignment? 'Cause, like,
Apparently.
Now, if you had shot him in the foot and then ran away, you would have got your alignment, and so would have I.
Oh, he would have remembered that.
God.
That's the thing. It doesn't have to be like an impressive parting shot. It just has to be one they'll remember. So you could like try and unload, try and shoot someone, like miss every shot, kill 2 standbys, and then just run away in shame.
Well, actually, here's the
Technically,
thing.
you
What-
get
isn't-
your XP because they'd remember that shit.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't-
Isn't
I don't
the
think
parting
that counts as
shot
pride
they'll
and glory.
remember you by?
Yeah, they'd remember you by that.
You.
oh my
I feel
God.
you is operative.
Yeah, but again, you know, like, okay, so then if someone tried to kill you, unloaded their gun, you know, some missed from like 4 feet away, killed a standby, you know, like shot out a light, and then like
I
just
get your
ran
point, but I
away.
feel there has to be like a point at which, I mean, don't worry, I'm jokingly making this observation, but it's just like fucking remember you. I feel there's a part where it's like there needs to be some time for not just Lamau balked it and then fuck off. Has to be like, unless he then just yells, "My name is Margrave," and you'll remember me before just missing every shot and killing 2 bystanders.
Well,
That-
given the role that I did today, I wouldn't put it past me,
That would be pretty memorable.
to say the least. Oh dear.
I hope that happens sometime. It'll probably happen to me as well. My name is
That's
Norman.
like a that would happen if Swede was playing.
No,
Like,
I'm a little
that's
bit too
more Mario.
passive for that.
No,
No,
Swede
that's
is
a
not.
Jimmy move.
What? No, because if it was Swede, what he would do is he would yell, my name is Jimmy," and then just like a bunch of shots would fly and he'd dodge out the way, and all of his teammates would get hits.
Hmm. Yeah. So you were no. Oh no, that's Karoust. All right. End of memorable treasure. No, the rifle's not memorable.
Oh.
What about the friends we made along the way?
Yeah, we looted the truck. Does the truck count?
You don't get to keep that. That's not
That's
What
yours.
about
not-
what about
that's
the
not for you
the
to
friendship of
decide.
a very ornery elf?
I love the idea of next session you just actually steal the truck from Nadine. After all that. Ooh,
I probably won't do that.
probably.
I don't feel it'd be
That
would-
within Cormac's character.
I also feel like it would be a bad idea, unless you also like just no, even just killing her would be a bad idea at this point.
Yeah, we would go down.
Because she's providing you an alibi and you don't get that, and instead like lead people to where you actually are.
Not just that, yeah, it's like, oh, I mean, at this point, if we are caught again, we're probably most definitely getting death penalty anyway.
Hey, you know, they might just like execute you on the spot without trial.
Huh.
This is the South.
That's a Morton's Fork, then. But yeah,
Anyways, we're also doing something a little bit different for this campaign. I've made this decision. We're not doing like any like just take an XP for play or anything like that. But there's another way you guys can get XP. You guys have collected a story, Nadine, the abused housewife. You know, it's a story. You found it, like you learned the beginning, context, got an end. You have a story to tell. Take an XP for that. I'm gonna like mark that down somewhere. I want to get some drawings and like have like tokens for each story you collect. These are going to be treated kind of like bonds. Every time you collect a story, you get an XP. And if somewhere down the line you meet Nadine again, it's possible you could even advance the story, transform it into something new, and it's like advancing a bond. You take another XP for that.
I'm actually I'm putting
Alright,
it in
so
my
we're
I'm putting
going,
it in my spells.
All right.
So we're going with like the water tastes like wine on this.
Yeah.
Alright, that's cool.
Just a more narrative encouragement way to do XP instead of just like taking XP from flying. So yeah, the first story you got, Nadine, the abused housewife, and this isn't like collect them all type things. Like you have already, it's impossible to get every story. There are more than you would ever do, and like Ed the Elf Supremacist was a story that like you officially can't really collect anymore. And depending on how you interact might change what the story will be.
So, alright, you don't have to answer this, but was Ed the one who attacked us in the woods who we...
No. Yeah, you intervened a bit too quick to hear that bit of not backstory, I don't know. To get that bit of information. And insight. There we go. Yeah, I think that's it.
Alright, I will stop
Cool.
recording.